but now I'm up. Yeah, this all God, this ain't no luck. Yeah, I used to be stuck in that mud. Whoa. Yeah, I was down, but now I'm up, 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 up. I was down, but now I'm up. Yeah, this all God, this ain't no luck. Yeah, I used to be stuck in that mud. Yeah, I was down, but now I'm up, 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 up. I was down, but now I'm up like my name Lazarus. No Satan gon' be mad at this. I had to ask my dad if it's okay to swing my bat at this. He said, boy, if I picture this out of the park, moving so quick it's like they stuck in park. They see the numbers, but I see the heart. 10,000 hours you spit in the dark, putting in good work, even though you didn't even know that it would work. Talking about a man who grew up in woodwork, do it for the love of it, that's the way it should work. Yeah, yeah. I know some people gon' look at me crazy, and I'm like, for what? Man, I was stuck, I was down, but now I'm up. Yeah, this all God, this ain't no love. Yeah, I used to be stuck in that mud. Yeah, I was down, but now I'm up, up, up.
All right.
I was down, but now I'm up like a seesaw.
How are you?
Like an old man's lawn, better keep off. From the ground to the treetops, got clouds on my feet like Jack in the Beanstalk. Jumped off quick, went straight in a free fall. Cowboy hat and a mic singing yeehaw. Landed on my feet like a feet.
Okay.
Line, put 'em back in the
Welcome in.
recline. Ay,
Let's do it.
I'm not worthy. Did it
Did
with
it
a
on
purpose.
purpose.
Didn't need a permit. Digging from the bottom and I brought it to the surface. Mind your business now, who I worship. Who the little guy making big, big, big moves. Tick tock, turn it to a tick,
All right.
tick, tick, boom. Yeah, I talk a lot of stuff. Probably thought it was a bluff till I went and turned it where
Okay.
I was down, but now I'm up.
Welcome in. Welcome in.
It's all God, this
Let's
ain't
go.
no love. Yeah.
Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. Time to eat. Up, 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 up. It's up. It's up. It's up. It is up. What is up? It is up. What is up? It is up. What is it? It is everything. Let's go. W's in the chat. Welcome in, everyone. Welcome in. AB Mike in the house showing off here today. What up, Crypto Dons? Jimmy Crypto. We got all the cryptos here. Simzy. What's poppin'? What up, Stevie Mac? What up, Curtis? 3 ants in the house. What up, bro? What up? What up? Exit Strats in the easy. All right. I see you, bro. I see you. I know that guy. Gang, I know that guy. I know that guy. DJ Scratches in the building. What's poppin'? What up, bands? Count it up. Only bands in the house. TT Family for Life is here. What up, Killshot? What's good? Tamara in the house. Z Gamer in the building. Let's go. Mod Squad's here. Mod Squad is here. Where's my boy YOLO? We good? Everyone go. Anyone talk to YOLO? Shout out to my man YOLO. The Captain is in the house. What up, Captain? What up, Vince? K Vila in the building. What up, Flip? What's good? What's good? All right, let me see the clubhouse here. What up, Sandman? What's poppin'? What up, Surge? SK in the building. What up, Elk? What up, Drew? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. What up, Michael? Jessica Lake in the building. Energy in the house. What's poppin'? What's poppin'? What up, Golden Dubs? Oh, man. What up, Shakes? We're shaking and baking. We're shaking and baking. Good to see y'all, man. Did somebody say bacon? Bacon. Not that bacon wrapped and bacon chicken wrapped and all that. Oh, man. Oh, man. What up, Luffy? What up, Luffy? I'm not even gonna think about the chicken wrapped with the bacon from yesterday's Brazilian steakhouse. I mean, it was off the charts, but someone said bacon, it just came right back to me. It came right back to me. Yogi in the house. What up, OGH? Welcome in, everyone. What's up, Aaron? Good to see y'all. Let's get to it. Let's get to it. We're a little behind schedule, but I think we're right on time here today. We got news that just came out here, so we are gonna get into the day in just a moment. The W's don't stop. The W's don't stop in the clubhouse. They just don't stop. Traders Next Door is in the house. What up, Kurt? What's good? What's good? All right, well, it's looking like a potential 9 a.m. trade here today, 9:15, and just how we like it. Just how we like it. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. Anyways, how you guys feeling today? What's the word, gang? What's the word of the day? Anyone got a good one for us? Anyone got a good one? while I set up over here. All right, let's do this. I think I'm good to go here on my end. Yeah. What a London session. Whoa. Good conversation last night. Good conversations. Great trade too. It's awesome London. I don't know. I guess I just picked the right London to go to. All right. What up, Baddie Life? Steadfast. I like that one. I like that. You're going to need steadfastness in this game. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. Abundance. Yes, sir. You are currently looking at the physical manifestation of the word abundance. Look at me. Look at me. I feel your energy. I feel the energy. Yeah. All right, let's go ahead and pray, and then we will begin here, all right? Let's do it. Well, Father God, we thank you for making us your highest form of creation, Lord. We thank you for giving us a vision. We thank you for giving us knowledge and wisdom and understanding. Lord, we pray that we would just use it, Lord. Use it or lose it. So we ask that you would help us use it to go build your kingdom, to go accomplish the things that you have written on our heart, Lord. We thank you. I pray that you bless every single person in this live stream today, and we just give you the glory. In Jesus' name, amen. Amen. You are more than a conqueror. You are God's highest form of creation, and we gotta start acting like it. You know, if you live life where you act like God purposely put you here on a mission, guess what? You will fulfill some huge divine God-like missions, right? But if you come here and you think that, you know, you're just an ordinary individual and that you're just just another person, then that's what your life will be of, gang. So the true gospel is the one that knows that, hey, whatever you put together here, you can bring together out there. Trust me. Listen to the master. Listen to the master, what he was trying to say to us. Anyway, let's go ahead and get it in. Let's get it in. Let me just lower the music a little bit. Today is, what is today? 28th. Yeah, today is the 28th. It is, man, how do we get to the end of the month so fast? Like, what? It's crazy. It's crazy. But anyway, it's Thursday. It is the 28th of August. And it's another day, another opportunity for us to be patient and disciplined. Some of y'all think, I have to show up and be patient. No, we get to, right? We get the opportunity to come up here and act like professionals, right? So that way we can get paid like professionals. So we do have this 8:30 news that just came out here. I'm going to refresh this in a second, but you do have the prelims here, and you also have unemployment claims. So let's see what happened with all that, just so we can get a little idea. Prelims green, unemployment claims lower number. So we'll see what happens here on gold. It looks like we're starting to get a little bit of a pullback now, and that should be setting us up to potentially move back up here. So I haven't really seen much since London sesh, so why don't we just dive into it and run through this top-down analysis and see what we can come up with here today. You ready? If you guys can, give the stream a like for me here. Give the stream a like, a sub to the channel. Thank you, GK. Thank you. GK, you my man. Thank you for the reminder, bro. All right, let's get into it. Let's talk gold first, and then we'll talk ES here. All right. So Goldie. So we ended up closing bullish there yesterday. So remember yesterday we talked about how we really weren't expecting this candle to really do much. You know, honestly, that move right there was more than I expected there on gold yesterday. But during the New York session, we were just kind of moving about, right, like bearish over here, just kind of flopping around. We also had that candle we were coming off of with no top wick on it. So, just moving up here in not the greatest fashion whatsoever, right? You're not really getting any true moves out of these candles. So you got this candle, right? No top wick. Same deal with this candle. Very little to no top wick. But I am pretty bullish, right? For the most part, it looks like gold is just saying who cares about that, and it's already made this lower wick, and if it comes back up, re-breaks the highs, we should come right into that resistance up there at 34.83. So yeah, so I'm pretty bullish on the day here. I am open for sells too, depending on really how these lower time frames look and how they're setting up. But as of right now, I am bullish based off of the daily time frame. So let's move down to the 4 hour. And let's just see what we got cooking. So it looks like we did get a 4-hour closure, and we did get a closure above the range, right? Therefore, you have all this clean traffic to move up here. So it looks like we made a lower wick. We pushed up. The news is seeming to push us down right now, right? So let's see if that's just going to end up being a pullback, right? For the lower time frames to set up, create new supports, right? Maybe inverted celeries type stuff like that, and then begin to make its way back up, right? Now, if we break that low, right, then there's a high chance of us probably starting to come back into the range here, right, and doing a 4-hour fake out today, and maybe that daily candle will actually push down due to the fact that the prior two don't have any top wicks, right? So these are just ideas, these are just possibilities that we can anticipate happening if this 4-hour candle, you know, goes up or down here today. So potential 4-hour fake out, man. Let's see what happens here. Let's go take a look at the 1 hour. 1 hour is coming back down here too. Let's see what the problem is. 1 hour. I think I found it. All right, so possible 1 hour fake out here. We do have a main support sitting down here at like 43. So let's see how we do on this fake out. If this 1 hour candle in 10 minutes though closes back above, then you know we're pretty much going to be setting back up for buys at that point, where you have a breakout, you have this candle come down, make a low here, break the previous candle highs, and if this candle closes back above 34.60, then you know, chances are we're going to run this awkwardly looking celery play, probably more so like an onion on the 15, and then kind of shoot for the break of the highs to continue moving up there on gold. So let's see how we do in 10 minutes. 30-minute candle crashing back down as well. Let's see how we react towards 53 when we get there, and that's pretty much it. We got to wait. Just let the market absorb this news here real quick, and then we'll see what we want to do. Do we want to continue moving down? Are we going to break the 4-hour lows, right? Are we going to remain above the zone? So we need to wait. You know, that information will be delivered in 9 minutes, and you know, we can go from there. So that is pretty much so far, you know, what we got here on gold. Again, with the news out, just want to chill, let this kind of pick everything up, and then depending on these closures here, you know, we may have some opportunities, or we may have to just sit tight and wait a little bit longer here today. So I think 9:15, 9:30 ish, we should see something good here. So that is gold. Got to wait a little bit. Buys are definitely clean back above 60 here. So we'll see how we react towards like 53 as we kind of approach it on the 30-minute time frame. So that's gold. Let's move over to S&P 500 here, and let's see what we can come up with for the New York session. So wow, yeah, so we're still up in these resistance levels here now. So this is going to be tough, right? You're in resistance, your daily candle's trying to move up here. It's just been a very awkward last couple days, how you had this candle close right at resistance, next candle closed bearish with, like, you know, no top wicks. This guy closes bullish with no bottom wick. Now you get a doji, and then we don't even know where this candle here wants to go, right? It's just very, very choppy on the daily time frame. So it makes the lower time frames a little bit difficult to come together, or trades to actually play out, because the higher time frame is just so confused, right? So let's see what the 4-hour looks like. We have resistance sitting really right here. We are rejecting it a bit, so pretty interesting. 4-hour just kind of printing side by side here, just boom, 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 all these candles just side by side. Let's see what the 1 hour looks like. 1 hour got support here. Let's take a look at the 30. Yeah, so not the cleanest price action, not the cleanest at all. So we'll see what happens. I mean, I like potential sells below the 1 hour, but then you got all that support there on the 30 minutes. So let's wait 7 minutes here. Let's see where the 1 hour candles close. ES might be more of like a 10, 10:15, 10:30 type of trade today, but gold may be setting up here pretty soon. So that is pretty much it. Let's take a look at these buys. Do we have clean range? Do we have it? 1 hour time frame. No, we have no range. Yeah, so it's very difficult to trade in these all-time highs. That is it. That's high as we go. So yeah, probably going to tune my ear a little bit towards gold for the most part in this session here today, and then I'll kind of peek back at ES a little bit later as that 4-hour candle comes a little bit closer to its closure. All right. Cool. Any questions? Any questions, comments, concerns, anything? Hit me. Let's see here. How are you? Hey, how are you? I'm doing fantastic, brother. How are you? Clubhouse, how we feeling today? Great London sesh. Let's see. Resistance at 34.54. Let's take a look. 34.54. So I have a support there. Support is here, but resistance is going to be over here. So if you look left on the 30-minute, you have this little problem going on over here, and that's where it's at. So you have like anything back above there, I think, is clean. That means the 1 hour is going to close above there. But if you get stuck back below there, then price may get caught up here real quick. Yo, the setup was money in London. Yeah, it was great. That was great. So now you gotta say, hey, should I have closed partials? Should I have not? What was your plan, right? What was the plan for that trade? And if you did close partials, then like, why did you close there, right? If you didn't close partials, why didn't you close there, right? Take a little bit of my thoughts, a little bit of Magnus's thoughts, a little bit of the chat, right? You know what I mean, on why each of us managed the way we did, because they all make perfect sense. It's just which one are you gonna come to agreements before the trade and not be salty about after, right? That's the big thing. So if I didn't plan on taking partials, then I wouldn't be salty that the partials didn't get hit, right? If I planned on taking it and it hit that level, then I'm gonna be like, damn, you know what? I had a plan to take partials there. I should have. So, you know, that's why it's so important to think about in this trade before I get in. Do I want this base hit? Am I willing to take that hit, right? That base hit, and then leave my runner, or do I want the full scoop? I think a lot of people just get into trades and they don't have those pre-thought up, right? That plan pre-thought up. So just keep in mind, you want to make those decisions on the front end before the P&L is rolling. By the time the P&L is rolling and you're in the trade, you just went from, when it comes to logic, on a scale of logic and emotion, let's say 10 is logical, 0 is emotional, you've gone from a 9 to 10 to probably a 4 or 5 at best for most people, right? Once you're in the trade. So that's not the time that you want to say, you know, pick your ideas up and pick your, whether or not you want to do this or that. If it's already pre-thought of, you don't have to think about any of that. Once price gets there, boom, right? Let the market make the decisions for you. Let's go, Jay Coop. Took my profits, locked out before 8 a.m. My man living the good life, huh? Show us the trade. All right, let's take a look. Let's take a look at the trade. All right, so here's the trade. So this was it. So it was very simple. Trade made perfect sense. So you have a 4-hour candle that had just recently opened up. That candle had very little to almost no. This is, oh, by the way, this is the 4-hour candle right here. So this was the low on the 4-hour candle. You see that low? We also have like a 1-hour candle with very little to no low here as well. And price had randomly pushed up there. So we have this there's also resistance to the left, right? So now we have this little doji slash, weak bearish candle come in at 245, right? So it's the 15-minute time frame. So this next candle here, this green one, is now your London open candle, right? So that's your 3 a.m. candle. And basically, like, my idea was, can we zoom out? So I was paying attention to this, right? All that right there. See, support, resistance, all that type of stuff, right? We also, that was kind of like where we created a recent one as well. So as we get into that trade, that's where I'm looking to close partials, right? And right in that area, I think it was like 49 or something like that. So, you know, price shot right down. I mean, it took like literally, I think we were in the trade, and then 2 minutes later, it was just like boom, 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 bam, hits that partial TP. So hits the partial TP, it stays down for a little bit, stays down, eventually comes back up, hits me at break even. So that was pretty much the trade. And then later we did end up coming back. So we ended up returning to this area right here twice, 3 times actually. We came back down, we tapped 49, rejected again, and then we came back down again, tapped 49, came a little bit lower, and then that was the lowest we went since London. So that turned out to be the, you know, the area, right? The area that price really wanted to tap into before leaving. So, you know, I got to tell you, these base hits, they have made me profitable. Like, if there's one thing that's made me profitable, like obviously outside the playbook, it's been securing base hits. You guys have watched me do this for 3 years now, right? Just snagging those partials. Sometimes I get runners, sometimes I don't. Either way, the outcome is income, and that's what I'm here for, right? Is to do this to create income. So don't be afraid to snag those base hits, because they truly add up. I want to show you guys where 49 is here. Here it is. This is where's 49? 49 right here. So yeah, you see. So this was the area in which I had. We just came down to 49, returned back up, came down to 49, returned back up. One more shot, and then it was gone, right? And then we didn't go back down again, right? So that area played a huge role. Now, I understand why you wouldn't close partials here as well, right? Because it's London Open, you're breaking the lows, the 1 hour got no bottom wick, the 4 hour got no bottom wick. Makes total sense. But all I'm saying is you got to have that management in place before you ever put that trade on, right? That's my point with all this. So keep that in mind, and that way you're not scrambling when you're in the trade. What up, Pablo? It's good to see Melly. See Melly. Got to get back to these Tuesday golf sessions, man. I miss them. The summer's been brutal. Took the same trade. It hit my TP in 2 minutes. Yeah, that thing pushed down so fast. And the other thing, too, is like mental sanity, right? You guys ever go crazy? Mental sanity, right? So when you snag your partials there, even if price goes back up, you know, like, and then comes back down and maybe hits someone's full TP, and let's say I made $320 and you made $400, but you had to spend 2 extra hours in that trade, thinking about that trade, worried about that trade, paying attention to that trade, and I'm not just out here like snoozing or, you know, riding a jet ski like woo, you know, and so that plays a big role into my trading as well. I don't want to sit at the desk all day thinking about this trade, worrying about this trade, right? I want to snag that base hit, and if I get a runner, I get a runner. Either way, I got paid on the day, right? So that's really all that matters to me is, can we end the day green? I don't care how much. It's just, can we take a good trade, follow the plan really well within the trade, and then just walk away a winner. Or you can do like you guys are doing and wait for that 3R, 4R on every trade. You know? Well, I haven't closed it yet, Nick, because it just hasn't hit my 1 to 3. Okay, all right. Well, I'll see you later, right? And just hang out in that trade all day long just to get basically the same exact outcome. You know what I mean? So mental sanity, mental sanity. I moved my stop to, so how do you manage RR? If you, I don't even manage RR. I just manage the position for like what it is. And so anytime I close partials, I just move my stop loss to break even. Who do I contact once I so if you're in the clubhouse, you should see you got to click members access in the Discord. If you don't see that, then say TK 3 times in a row in your local bathroom mirror, and he'll pop up and he'll be at your service. If you really can't figure it out, just go to email us info@timetrading.com, and TK will set it up super fast for you. But you may have to look around on Discord. You just got to hit members. I think it's called members access or something like that, and you should be good. Negative RR is the key. It's like, it's not like a one size fit all. You know what I mean? So hey, look, if the trade in front of you is a 2R, then hey, that trade's a 2R. If it's a 3R, it's a 3R. Sometimes we do get those, right? When we have like a tight stop, current candle stop, like we'll get 1, 2, 3 R's at times, but you know, not every trade calls for that, right? I know some traders, like every trade is a 10 pip stop and a 15 pip target. That logically, that doesn't make sense though at times, right? Where it's like, well, there's clean traffic for 40 pips. Why would you close at 15? Or there's resistance right there, you know, why would you go for 15? So it's just, everyone's got a little different approach, but each trade is extremely unique in its own way, and I feel like has to be approached in that, you know, unique way and have that sort of personalized attention to each trade. What's up, Allison? Through your strategy, I overcame FOMO. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Because now you know what you're looking for. So when I hear someone say, hey man, I never get FOMO anymore, I go, boom, that guy knows what he's looking for now in the market. The only reason you ever get FOMO is because you don't even really know what your move is. You're like, is that the TTE move or the ICT one? Which one should I follow here today, right? Like, you're just confused a lot of times. So that's where the whole like strategy hopping or system intertwining thing comes in to kind of bite you. So you know, you get rid of FOMO when you finally know exactly what it is that you're looking for in the market. One hour? What about the 1 hour? I wasn't at the desk, man. I actually did not go to sleep at all till like 4:30 a.m. So I was sleeping during this time. I'm not sure if they caught it in pre-New York or what they had going on there. What you guys doing pre-NY? According to the monthly chart, gold kept going down. So will you be going long even? So I'm not really too caught up on the monthly right here. I just want to know what's going to happen in the next 15 minutes. You know what I mean? So I don't really look at the monthly too much. Maybe at the beginning of the month, midway through the month, and maybe a little bit at the end of it. But I'm not really too concerned on a scalp by scalp, you know, basis on the monthly time frame. Should we hold snow? If I say yes, would you believe it? If I said no, would you get rid of it? If I say yes, what are you going to do with snow? You going to keep holding? Add to it? If I say no, are you going to cash out? Patience, baby. What up, Ray Slay? What's good? Where'd the snow guy go? How are you gonna ask a question and then not respond? How much you got? Snow into the summer? Yeah. Get rid of it. I don't know. The winter is coming up. The winter is coming up. Snow should get pretty popular. The stock should go up on snow. Bought my first instant funded account today. Very nice. Very nice. What size did you get? 50K, 100K, 150K. What up, Pitbull? How we feeling, brother? What's up, Andy? Ryan, how we feeling, G? Good to see you. What's up, GK? Angelo Betts is in the house. Let's go. There he is. What up, Alex? Top G right there. Top G. Alex, can I share what you shared with me in like maybe the Discord or something? Because what a story, you know, what a transformation, you know, like here you have like people that hit me up every single day, and they always looking for answers, and they never do anything with them, you know, and that's the issue, right? And that's why a lot of times, like, you got to be very careful as a leader with where you invest your time, right? Because there's going to be people that, you know, your time is very valuable, right? And there will be people that just take you for granted, you know, take advantage of your time or whatnot. So, but then on the other spectrum is you have these other people, right? These other guys and these other girls that they never needed your phone number. They never needed you to text them back or send them a stupid link or give them a direction on how to do this with TradeZella. They just do it, right? They just hear it and they do. So the problem with most people is they just don't know how to do. Hey, Nick, what do you think I should do? Now, I think you should just do. That's what you need. Everything you've learned so far, I think you should apply, right? But anyway, you got these other individuals that they're literally in the background just watching, learning, growing, paying attention, and all of a sudden they hit you up and they go, hey, Nick, like Alex sent me a message from last year. He's like, hey, he's like, what's up? I just want to let you know the time and the date, right? I think it was January, Alex. I think it was January. He said it's January 1st or something, and I just want to let you know my goals for this year. And he said, I'm going to message you back on August 26th or 24th. I forget which one it was, my bad. And I'm going to let you know where I'm at on these goals. And you know what? He manned up, right? He took care of business. Not only did he look better, not only was he tanner, not only was he in better shape, he was in a better location. You could just see, like, because that's the thing, a lot of people just think it's the money, right, that makes one success. No, you could see the progression, right, like the improvement. If I showed you these two videos side by side, you'd be like, whoa, that's a changed man right there. And not only did I notice that, but also he claimed he would be somewhere in January, and he was there, right? And now he's claiming even further things, right? And he's holding himself accountable to the things that he said he would do. And that, right, Alex, how's your self-image right now? How do you feel about you? See, here is the secret, right? You'll only be successful when you feel successful. You'll only be good when you feel good, right? So those little things, and that's why we talk about the base hits and whatnot and snagging those and feeling great about your trading, because it encourages you to continue on, right? So absolute W. Savage just working behind the scenes, and just comes out and say, hey, this one I'm gonna do by January, by August. I'm gonna hit you back in August and let you know where I'm at. And it's a beautiful thing to see. A man sticking to his own word. It's a great thing to see. Somebody asked me, like, what are five characteristics about a man, right? And I just said, you don't need 5 characteristics. You just need 5 words. Hold your word to yourself. That's the number one characteristic of a great man. You don't need 5 traits. You just need 5 words. All right. Anyway, enough with the spiels here. Let's see how we do on these closures. Johnny Gems in the house. Yeah, yellow. Yellow,
bro. What up, my man?
how are you?
I'm doing amazing, brother. Blessed and highly favored. Grateful for a new day. Let's run it.
You're looking good. Looking bright today, baby. Looking bright.
Thank you, bro. You're looking
Got
good
a
as well.
bright attitude
You're
on.
looking bright, too.
I'm feeling bright, brother.
Word, bro. That's what happens when you filled with light. Positivity.
I'm feeling bright.
Word, bro. You got the orange, I got the yellow. Let's get the pips out.
Hey. This is I don't know what this is. I guess we can call it orange.
It's a nice orange hoodie, bro. Clean orange hoodie. What it look like to you? You also got the blue light blockers on right now.
This looks, I don't know. It's like a neon, some sort of neon.
Yeah.
How many of y'all got that neon that you drive, man? I meant to say, man, you gotta get rid of that neon. You know, the one that you hit your neon this, you hit your neon that. It's too small. It's all crouched in there. You don't got that car because you love that car. Come on.
Chat, is it neon or orange? I'm gonna go with orange. Yo, what's
Yesterday,
up,
I said I would eat 2 donuts. I've already eaten 3. Yeah, I'm an over.
Okay.
I like guys like you. You know, overperformers are the type of people that I love to hang out with. So, W. Kudos to you, my friend.
You finished that second one, you're like, screw it. Me and this third one.
Me and this third one just have a date with destiny.
Yeah. I'll deal with it later.
What kind of donuts are we eating? Are we eating Krispy Kreme? Are we eating Dunkin' Donuts? Are we actually eating like some donuts outside the USA?
From like the farm.
Let me guess.
Donuts?
Let me guess. You're in Health Freak, so it's gluten free.
Don't even start.
Yeah. What up, OGH? How you
brother.
feeling? How you feeling? How was pre-NY?
Pre-NY was good, man. Nothing but like just kind of ranging. So we just had a good talk.
No, you can take your car.
15
I'll be right back, right?
solid, dude. 30 minutes pretty choppy. Okay. Yeah, what's good, chat? What's poppin'? How y'all feeling? Who's ready to be patient and disciplined to their plan today? I eat the sugar-free ones? Oh, nice. Supposedly the sugar-free ones are more unhealthy. No, just kidding. I don't know. Yeah, so we got a doji candle closure there on the 15 minutes, so yeah, I gotta wait.
In the garage, actually.
Gotta wait here. What was that?
Hello. Yeah, it's around something.
What's up, Simsy? You know, everyone's having a good trade day so far today.
It's been pretty good. Asian was money, and then London was good trade too, and now we're here in New York.
Yeah, I seen that in London. You secured some profits on that one.
I did.
Awesome, bro.
A $7,000 withdrawal yesterday as well, so figured we'd take the money that we made back. So we're back at around 30K again, and yeah. I don't see the approved email yet, though, so let's see.
Nice, bro. Let's go.
I requested it. I didn't get the approval yet. What up, Lights Fire? But yeah, this is probably the biggest, actually biggest week of my life, pretty much. Yeah, it's like financially, this is one of the biggest weeks ever for me. Taking that big withdrawal on Monday and then hitting another one yesterday. I'm also going to take a Top Step payout with you guys today on the live stream. Almost forgot about that. Let's take a quick $2,000 payout together here on Top Step.
Awesome.
Let me get my, I don't know why, but I had to re-upload my W9 with Top Step. Did anyone else have to redo that? Let's get the W9 form. Yeah, let's take a payout real quick. I'm gonna take 2,000 here from my Top Step account. That's up 4,000. Where is this? Download. All right, cool. Victory lap. We on attack. Man, sometimes I play music the whole stream on my other monitor without even realizing it. Dun, dun, dun.
Dang, bro.
And then my history in YouTube is just like, here it goes. Victory lap. All right, let's go to topstep.com. Let's go to take a payout. All right, cool. So we're gonna do this payout here together. We're gonna take $2,043, I guess, is what's available. Let me just upload this W9 form without all you guys looking at my information. I surely wouldn't want that to happen. Let me just load this up. W9, boom. All right, cool. Let's just upload. I'm not sure. Okay, request payout. 2043. Definitely not choosing wise. Continue with payout with ACH. What's this? ACH wires. Yeah, it's fine. Business. Okay. Give me 1 sec. All right, let's do this. 2K payout. Let me just fill out the rest of this info. What's the deal here? 30-minute time frame. Got 10 minutes left on it. So let's see how the 30 closes. If you get a support, I'd say really even back above here, you may get a push back up. We've got no top wick on this candle here as well. So I could totally see us, creating support here and then just beginning to, make a lower wick and fill that range. So we'll see what happens. Show us the bank deets. I wish I could.
Looking like a A+ size maybe coming up here.
Oh, okay.
Oh, snap.
All right, I got to put some personal info in here, so give me a sec. I don't know why Top Step makes us do this again.
Yeah.
Very, very annoying.
What up, Roberto? Doing good, man? Doing good.
Okay, so anyway, if you haven't taken a Top Step payout ever, like this is kind of the way it works. So you go over to like click, you click like take a payout. They're gonna show you what you have available. You're gonna make sure the information's right. If you're a U.S. citizen, you're gonna have to upload a W9 form. Then you're gonna have to pick your bank account, all that stuff. Put your bank information in, and then I'll walk you through the next step in just a sec.
In gold, chill.
Okay, cool. I think we're good. All right, cool. Yeah, I think we're good. Let's see. Let me put my full name. TK, there he is. What's up, buddy?
What up, TK?
What's poppin'? I was missing a digit. All right, save ACH credentials. Boom. Okay, cool. So now after you get through that, let me just make sure we got no personalized information up here. Okay, so then we're just going to click. You got to make sure, obviously, you have 5 winning days. By the way, if you have never taken a payout and you need to learn how, I have videos on this. Just go back to the my YouTube and you'll see a whole bunch of videos where I did like multiple payouts, go through this process so you know what to do. Does the payout request not exceed? Blah, blah, blah. Yes, I did that. Okay, what do we say it was again? 2043 or something?
Yeah, something like that.
I think that's what it said. I was going to take 2,000.
Sure.
So 2,000 USD, blah, blah, blah. And then we hit submit.
Yeah, it was 2040.
And then boom, payout request submitted. So Perfect. So I should get that in about, I don't know, 5 days maybe, 3 to 5 days.
W, bro. Congratulations, Ben. Keep
Thank
cooking.
you. So
Sir.
lock that in. I've basically taken 60, almost $70,000 in payouts this past, really over the past like 3 weeks.
That's
Crazy.
amazing, bro.
Yeah.
Awesome job. Awesome job. Very inspiring.
67, 8, 9, yeah, like 70K. Yep. Yeah, so big, momentum is really, really pushing on my side now, with experience, with chart time, with all of this stuff. So you just got to welcome that momentum and step into it. You got to step into it. Okay, so we'll see how the 30 does here. We got 5 minutes on the closure. I think we were really looking anyway at this level over here that we want to see closures above, which was that little, yeah, this guy right here. So, yeah, we'll see how we do. We got a new hour candle, or we got a new 30-minute candle popping off here. So 9:30 is back. 9:30 is back. What will we do? Who wants to take a trade on ES? Anyone?
I'm ready.
You better be. You guys better be ready.
Especially after yesterday.
Yeah, you better be ready still.
I'm ready, bro. Ready, Freddy?
Ready. I have an LLC, yeah. So I have straight to my business bank account. You gotta always keep in mind too, you're gonna file taxes differently, like, trading itself, like live trading you're gonna file differently than these prop firms, right? Prop firms, you're basically just a private subcontractor with a prop firm, but with trading, you're actually gonna do your capital gains and all that. So it's two different ways of going about it, also. Who's seen earnings yesterday? Did you guys see the move? Look at that. 4 p.m. move there. Was that the 4 p.m. move? I think so. ES went crazy too. Check this out. I think it's, yeah, hold on, where is it? This one. Yeah, earnings went crazy yesterday. So that's that big move came in from. Would you consider buys after creating a bottom wick on this candle, or better just wait for the 30-minute? I think 9:30 is going to be a little bit better, especially for gold. Hope to be there someday. Look, I don't see why not. Like I have not done anything special outside of follow the plan and just staying composed, whether it's a win or a loser. Like the outcome of trades don't like they don't change everything about what I'm about to do in that next hour, right? Where sometimes, like back in the day, if I lost a trade, like that next hour was strictly dedicated to revenge trading and blowing accounts, right? Where it's like now I'm just like, who cares, right? The playbook, by the way, gang, I had all those. So we took 2 losses yesterday. I had them back by Asian session last night, right? But then what if I went off tilt, right? After or during the New York session, right? What if I had done more damage than the 2 losses? By Asian session, I wouldn't have been able to recover everything, right? But there's nothing wrong with losses, right? Your playbook produces wins and it produces losses. And the losses that do come, you have to welcome them just like you welcome the wins that come in. Right? And again, like you can't get too high on the highs. You can't get too low on the lows. You got to do a really good job at just finding that sweet spot, that composed spot, right? Composure is key. So, on Monday, I did a $60,000 withdrawal. On Tuesday, you would have never known. If I didn't tell you that, you would have never knew that. I didn't trade different, right? I didn't act different. I didn't talk different. I didn't manage my trades differently. Nothing, right? I just very stone cold, very composed approach every single day you show up to these markets, right? I took a $10,000 loss last month in one day. I showed back up, you would have never known. If I didn't tell you, you would have never knew. By my attitude, by my actions, by my trading, I just show up and look for the same moves, the same thing every single day. I don't let the huge wins get me all like excited and all hyped up, and I certainly don't let the bigger losses throw me around and get me all emotional. So you got to find that cool, calm, composed sweet spot for yourself and stay there. Stay right there. Don't try and get in the way too much. Just streamline it. Streamline it. Flatline. Flatline it. Yes, you should get an LLC. Yep.
$9:30 coming up.
9:30. What do we got? 30 seconds for 9:30? 30 for 30?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, the buys may roll out good here. As long as price closes back above 60. Look at the 1 hour. 1 hour is coming back up here now. So you got all that clean range too. Sheesh. Hey, Green Nature, love you too, man. Love you too. Okay, let's see how we do here. We got 8 seconds. If we can get a lower wick, this actually looks pretty good. Pretty good. 30-minute time frame. Okay, cool. So let's see if we can get a lower wick here, and then possible break of the previous candle highs. We did close back above that 1 hour spot too there, so that looks pretty good, pretty clean. I think I'm good for about $300 here before I hit my 600 on the day. So let's see how we do it, and if we can get that lower wick, it'd be pretty nice. Yes, yeah, actually the exhaust is already at the shop that I'm getting it done. I just haven't gone down there yet. Yep. Yeah, it's about an hour away where I'm getting it done, so I haven't made the time to do it. Okay, this is going to be good enough for me. I'm going to have a buy stop on the break of the previous candle highs here on the 15 and 30-minute time frame. It is 9:30. We have been moving up here. 4-hour candle looks like it wants to continue just blasting off along with the 1 hour. Once we break the highs up here, we could probably move stops to break even, and then partials look really good around like 72, somewhere around that area. Where wow, that's a 85 pip range there. Yeah, you could even probably close some partials at this like 67 area too, depending on, you know, what you're looking to get done here. So that's like a 30 pip range. So I'll probably close some partials there and then let the rest of it run. So you can trade the XFA now, like right after the payout and all that? Is that what I heard?
I think so.
Can someone actually help me with that?
New update.
Someone that actually has the answer too. Don't just. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Awesome. So I'm gonna set the buy stop here as well then. Okay. Lovely. I like this. I like this. The closure back above in the 1 hour is key here. 30 close back above that area. That was also a 30-minute resistance here too. Right here, so that looks pretty good. You got super clean range to move up, fill that wick, and then potentially come up towards like 71 there. Whoa. If they took the money, I'm probably not gonna set the buy stop then. I'll just find out after. Oh, okay, yeah, I don't think the amount has been deducted. Let me see. So it's still up there. Traded this account really well too. It was just 5 days too of just pretty clean build, right? Up to 4K. It took I think I took one loss, that $240 loss right there, and that was only because Top Step like tweaked out that day. Okay, cool. So I have been activated here. So let's see how we can get it done. See if 930 got what it takes to continue pushing bullish. Should be good for the most part. Stops for me are going to be, let's see. Yeah, probably somewhere back in the range below the, probably the 15 or something. Oh, that's 79 pips. Yeah, my stops are current candle lows. Current candle lows. Somewhere back in the range here.
Yeah, ES pumped up too.
ES pumping?
Yeah.
And Q popped also? Uh-oh. Everything popping? Yeah, I'm not going to take the trade on Top Step yet. I'll just wait. I'll just wait it out. Got a little 5-minute celery type of deal here too. So let's see if we can push up in the range. We should have volume coming in here at 9:30. Caught the buys. Nice on NQ. Sweet, sweet. Let me take a look at them. Yeah. ES, I wouldn't have taken ES, just in the range. It's a little different range than what you got on gold. Gold, you closed back above on the 1 hour here. This is kind of just closing weight in the range. Green, how we feeling? How are you?
What's up, Green?
Trading methodology to trade the normal gold chart? Yes. Yeah, absolutely. I usually trade the normal gold chart as well. Yep. Uh-oh, gold. Uh-oh. What's popping, Green? How we feeling? 1 hour is still open. Yep. Yeah, with the 1 hour coming back up, right? I would expect this candle to keep pushing, right? Now that the 30-minute close back above that range there, so that 1 hour should keep pushing up, fill that wick. If the 30 is closing back above and you're breaking the highs here at 9:30, we should get even further, right? We got a lot of room to go here. We are keeping a tight stop on this one because we don't really have any other options for this trade here, right? So I think that stop is probably going to be the best. Otherwise, you got to use like an 80 pip stop there, and there's no point in doing that. So yeah, I mean, we got all this clean range. I'm thinking we can come up towards like let's see, what was that area there?
65.
Yeah, 60, no, 70, 68, and then potentially like 72. 65. What are you looking at 65? Oh, that resistance?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I would expect us to push straight through that, though, if we, like, re-break the highs here. Because you got a lot of volume coming in. Oh, did I say the 1 hour close? My bad. I meant the 30. 30 closed above. So I personally don't like to stay out with that resistance anymore, because this is kind of like a, you know what I mean? Like the break, retest, higher low, right? Like trying to continue moving up. So a lot of times when I would like use that as a resistance, price would just blow through it because the overall trend is bullish, right? So if we were maybe chopping around and consolidating, I would use that as a resistance. But because we're in a trend, meaning like we're trying to come up here, right? We're trying to do all this, then I don't really mind it there. I'd rather just leave it be and let price push through it with the volatility. So I'm stopped out there, but that's typically what I would want to see there, is just a continued push up off of this trend, right? So it's not really an actual consolidated zone there. So that's why I don't use this one anymore when it comes to the trend, right? Because this will probably push through. We also may want to just make a steeper low on that 30-minute candle just to re-break the high. So we'll see how it goes down. We kept a tight stop, so I'm gonna get out of it right there and then possibly get back in, but we need a 15 closure at that point. Yeah, makes sense. Yep. Going in for the shorts, best of luck, best of luck. We had someone going in for the shorts yesterday. They were like screaming on YouTube. They're like, bro, it's not the buys. It was like down here. Get in the sells, man. So yeah, I'm pretty bullish for the most part, especially if that 15 closes back above. I'm not really bearish right here. But, you know, when you keep a current candle stop, that's, you know, you got to be ready for that potential stop out and then price to go in your favor. So I think if the 15 closes in 5 above the range, then you got a better option here. Gold's not respecting anyone? Yeah. Gold, nobody knows nothing. So what do? We broke the low and we came down, wow, 70 pips. Let me mark this up here real quick. All right, cool. All right, so next step is 15 closure, and then we'll see how that goes. Maybe no trade, but if the candle closes like back above the range, and possibility, right, for the rebreak of the highs there. Did I like the entry? Yeah, I did. Yeah, especially at 9:30. I just got like nipped in there too. Tends to happen. The Asian trade? Yeah, the Asian one was sheesh, what was the Asian one? I can't even remember.
Yeah, I don't remember.
What was the Asian one again? On forex, everything is red. Oh, let me take a look. I haven't looked at the forex chart today. Nah, this looks great to continue moving bullish, especially if you close above here in 3 minutes. Where's the Asian trade? Who has a picture of the Asian one? It was clean. It was super clean. Anyone? Anyone got it? It was a sell position though. It was a nice little, like, kind of like a breakout. Yeah, it was so clean, so clean. Oh yeah, here it is. Yeah. Yeah, so right here, stops, where was it? Yeah, straight down into that support. So it was pretty good. You had a breakout, and then the highs continue to respect each other. You had the wick to fill, and yeah, we came straight down in there. Yeah, it was clean. Clean, clean. All right, this is a trade that I will be open to giving a second chance to here. You possibly have this 15-minute celery here coming in at 9:45, so we'll see if it stays put there for us, and if it does, I have to give this one a second chance. Not that I want to, I just have to, right? For the playbook to really give me the results that it's supposed to, you gotta step right back in if that opportunity presents itself. No fear. No little size down. Nope. This one deserves a good size. Even after a loss? Yup. Even after a loss, right? So this one could be a potential celery play at 9:45, which deserves a pretty decent size. So don't be afraid to do that after taking a loss. That's how typically you get your loss right back, right? If that next trade works out really good. So
yeah.
But you know, the best traders know which one to do that on, right? Which trades to do that on. So any type of celery like this could be, you know, one to use. So is it so it's not, I wouldn't say it's too much overextended, because the idea was, can we get a closure kind of back above here, right? Like retrace and then get a nice little closure back above. So anytime you're in a bit of like a trending market, you don't want to like lock up this resistance here, right? Because you're basically moving up, like you made a low, right? And then you made a high, and now you make a low. And now as price closes above here with all that volume coming in, we're expecting price to now go up and make a new high, right? It's just a trending type of market. So that's when I will leave that resistance open for price to push through with that volume coming in, moving along with the trend, right? So that's that's basically the reason in this case why I'd be open to just not putting a resistance there. If it was all choppy and stuff, like if we started ranging and whatnot, rejecting that area, then yeah, we would say, okay, you know, resistance here, support, and then go from there. Yeah, by the way, yesterday's buys were freaking money. Money. Like, if you took those buys and you had previous candle stops, holy, what a move. That was right here. That was literally right here. 10 a.m. Straight up. Holy green. All right, 10 seconds here. Let's see if we close back above, and if we do, we put something else on this. If you guys want to sit out of this, you know, I'm just here trading. There's a camera on me. Okay. Let's see, buy stop. Yeah, it looks pretty good. We got volume. We got the celery, right? We closed above. We broke the highs. I think if we re-break that high, we have a very good chance of moving back up here. So let's see what we do. Yeah, going to go in, buy stop, break the highs here. Yo, that trade was nice yesterday, man. You know, sometimes you guys are going to, you know, again, like sometimes you'll get stopped out. You could be right about price. None of that matters really unless you just like kind of self-sabotage after that. Otherwise, it just goes into the column as like a losing trade, and you can get it right back. Like we literally got that right back in Asian session, you know? So it's like it only matters if you self-sabotage after the fact and just, you know, go completely degen mode, right? Otherwise, a loss really doesn't matter at all. Just like a win doesn't, you know, multiple wins matter, right? So same thing with losses, like stacked up losses, right? That kind of pile on top of each other are what matter. $15 celery on gold. Which one? What time? What time, Dominic? Going for all-time highs with this trade, baby. Which 15 celery? There's probably 100 of them over here. Let's take a look at ES. Pushing down. What? First up, then down. Oh, my bad, John. You muted? I just made you co-host. Should be good.
All right, cool.
Janosh, how we feeling, bro?
ES went back down.
Yeah. Where the stop's going to go? Below the low here. Yeah, below the low. So two options, right? You got a 70 pip stop, which is below that previous low. You got a 52 pip stop, right? So depending on your size and all that and what you're looking to get out of this, that's probably, you know, going to make or break it. So if you're risking really small, then, you know, the previous candle is going to obviously your best one. If you're risking a little higher, then maybe use the current one. It's 945. We shouldn't re-break that high and then just start driving down again. If we do, then that's just awkward price action that doesn't happen too often, and that's what we call probability as well.
Right.
Yeah, I always take trades based off the futures account. So I never really look at the forex one solely. Yeah, it's mainly just off the futures. Okay, okay. Do we continue moving bullish here?
See the push.
Can we get it? Can we get 930 here?
Leftover 930 volume maybe.
Yesterday Gold said nobody moves, nobody gets clipped. Just clipped. I actually battled back yesterday off the live stream. So I think when you guys see me last, I was like negative 1200. I ended up ending the day negative 350 bucks. So I took one, I regave the buys another shot at that closure, and then I also took a fade position a little bit later that I shared on social media, and I didn't get all the loss back, but I did get a lot of it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, fade was really nice, bro.
Yeah, bro. The last two fades were pretty gnarly.
I know, dude. They were.
I haven't even opened my forex chart. Yes, I'm not too sure. I'm only trading this account right now. All right, here we go. Do we get nipped in or do we push? Do we push, Goldie? Yeah, so wick fill for partials and then full TP up at like 72. That's kind of how we're looking at this. Partials, boom. Boom, and then that should work. You know, 8 out of 10 times that right there is going to work. So we'll see if we're on the 8 or we'll see if we're on the 2 side here today. On forex, this is XAU USD. Yeah. XAU USD. Yeah. Thank you, Louis G. My man, Louis G. How we feeling?
Louis G.
Forex already pushed up. Ooh, maybe that's telling the future. Ooh. Spooky, spooky. I don't know what I'd do without this thing.
Need to move to Bali.
He said move to Bali. Move to Bali. All right, gang, and just like that, we're out the red and back in the green.
Out.
Hang it down. Nobody knows nothing. So that'll be partials, and then yeah, let the rest of it rock. I can only make about 600, so 500 there, and yeah, that'll pretty much be it. You go break even now at that wick and just let it run. Let me mark this up. Wow, hey, Clubhouse, this weekly trade review is going to be very interesting. John's might be an hour. Mine will still probably be like 25 minutes.
That's hilarious.
It's going to be a good one, though. We had a lot of trades this week. I like this week too because we had some losers thrown in there too. You know, it's always nice to have losers in there so we could talk about them and walk through them and whatnot. I mean, it's amazing to win, you know, back to back trades and stuff like that. But it's also really nice to have some losers in there so you can learn and you can see how your system really works and how it just literally gets the losses right back for you. Made back my loss. W, Brian. Already made my loss back. Very nice. From red to green. You gotta love it, Ryan. And just like that, you have to trust the playbook. That's right, DJ Scratches. You just trust it. Remember what I said? I said I have to get in it. I didn't say I wanted to get in it. I didn't say it would be cool to get in this one. I said I have to get in it. It's not my choice. Me and Kingman are matching today.
Good trade, good
Say
trade.
hi, everyone. See, look in that camera right there and talking this microphone right here, and you say hi, everyone. Say hello, winners.
Damn.
Say I just had it smells like he had peanut butter or something.
Okay, man, such a cutie. That wave.
It's peanut butter time, baby. It's peanut butter. My first entry. Oh, nice job. Nice job. Lakey.
W.
Yeah, we should continue up towards 72 here now.
Did I take the trade? Yes, I did. Yep.
You guys see any difference in my attitude from the first trade to this trade? Any difference? Any difference in any attitude, any composure? Same thing, right?
Yep.
Right? But if you're not composed, you do stupid stuff after that first loss. You know what I mean? And then that kind of takes you out the game. So it's usually never like your actual first loss that turns the tables, right? It's always going to be like what you do after that loss that really decides what, you know, where you're going to go that day, right? So there's nothing wrong with taking a red day, gang. That's for sure. You know, you got to really come to agreement with that. It's A-okay. Losses are, you know, part of this game here.
Yes, sir.
Oh, Dan, I don't sound nervous at all, bro. What do you mean? I had AI give me that signal. Who else took the signal? Yo, we be honestly, we hand out signals to other streamers too. It's lit. It's lit. So you can catch our trades on like all other platforms. I don't need 20 pips. All I needed was $500, buddy. I got to follow the consistency rule, you know? You got to play the game of these prop firms. Man says scared. He says scared. The only thing I'm scared of is breaking my plan, dude. You should have just said thank you for the trade, Nick. I really appreciate it. You look great today. I love you in that color. The hat looks phenomenal, right?
Looking good, bro.
You got to follow the rules to the game. Slots. You should have said, Nick, you don't look a day over 21 there, bud. Only shot. You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you. I appreciate that. Don't even, you know, don't even mention it.
Looking stunning.
So yeah, so we'll see if we continue up. Wick got filled though, so that's your base hit, right? So again, snagging these base hits, taking those profits when you have them has been a key factor to me basically being green every day, you know, or not every day, but basically it's responsible for my green days, right? Is really stacking those base hits and then letting a runner run. If it goes, it goes. If not, then it doesn't really concern me too much. Yeah, nice second attempt there, Vince. Yeah, so you got to know, when is it best to stay out of a trade? I think somebody asked that question in the clubhouse last night that I didn't get around to answering. But it's like, how do you know that you're actually giving the trade a second chance versus revenge trading, right? So believe it or not, you can do more than just revenge trade. You could even revenge risk. I think that's one of the things that most people, they don't look at that much, right? They kind of turn a blind eye to it. So they're like, well, I got another good setup, but being that I just took a loss, let me double my risk or triple my risk. You know what I mean? So it's like you can also be revenge risking at the same time without even realizing it. So obviously the only way to do that is to follow the playbook, right? Or your playbook. So what is my number one piece of advice for all traders? It's simple. I've said it so many times. What is it? Anyone know? What's the one piece of advice I give anytime you ask me a question about what should I do in this situation or what should I do in that situation? I'm up $1,000, I'm down $1,000. What do I tell you? John, what do we say?
Follow your plan.
So
on to the next best trade. Follow the
yes.
plan.
So all you do is wait for the next best trade, right? Sometimes that trade, according to your playbook, sometimes that trade is going to come the next 15-minute candle like it did today. But look, if that 15-minute candle closed all week and stuff, we wouldn't have got in that trade, right? So like you wait for the next best trade no matter what. So that's how you know whether or not you're revenge trading or not, because you're going to obviously see the playbook, right? So playbook trade calls for entry. But then you also have to kind of look at how much are you risking, because some of you guys may have risked, let's say, 3 contracts on the first trade and then turned it up a notch to like, 6, 7, right? And that sometimes going to bite you, right? So always give the trade like what it deserves. Don't over risk, don't under risk. Stay in line with what the conditions are calling for. Because if you take a loss on that next trade and now you're like triple risk, that's typically going to blow your account, right? Or get you to blow your account, or get, things like that, right? So we've all been there. It's the beginning of a downward spiral there. So if the next best trade shows up, you take it, you put the like accurate size on it, and then you just keep it moving from there.
Yep.
1 to 2 trades, yep. Yeah, sometimes the breakout's the play, sometimes it isn't, but at 9:30 you got to go with your plan, right? So I'm totally fine with that first L and get it right back there. Yeah, sometimes the initial breakouts won't, that's why the celery and the onion and all that have a little bit higher of a win rate than the breakout, because the breakout, again, can also break and retest and whatnot, kind of like we did here today. So, yeah, you are right. You're probably going to have a lower win rate on the breakout, plus you're also going to get the breakout a lot more too. So, some of them could be faulty, and false breakouts.
Yo, Q, let's get it, bro. Lovely stuff, bro. Keep it up.
Okay, Q. Okay, do we have an elite session today? Oh, by the way, elite program is opened, official. So we got 2 spots max. I would say get it done before the end of the month, and let's lock in and start September up, me and you. Elite program open up. If you need information on it, go to the timetotrading.com website. It's basically a consulting company of mine where I'll teach you everything I know about trading, my philosophies, my thought process, my system. You'll get one-on-one coaching and mentorship, trade reviews, all that stuff. Customized game plans for not just your trading, but for your life in general, because trading is life. Life is trading. So how you do anything is how you do everything. We'll teach you how to really go after that greatness that you were called for, and at the same time just level up in your trading. So that will be open for probably the next day or two, and then we'll lock the doors on it. and then October will open up again. Do we have an elite session today, Q? I think so, right? Yes, I think it's in my calendar. But money, man, money. Let me see. Look at this again. Yeah, looking good. Looking good.
That's very good. Very
clean. Yeah, looks about right. These aren't my trades, are you? Didn't screenshot my journal, did you? Yeah, no, that looks beautiful. And that's honestly, that's the goal of the elite program, to look at the elite traders' data and say, wait, are you sure that's not my data? Right? I mean, that's how I know I've done my job and I've done it well. So great job, Q. Q's been a phenomenal mentee as well, so no surprise.
Yeah, Q is awesome.
Oh, what do you know? DJ Scratches, another elite. Looking clean, brother. Looking clean. Doesn't let this all mess with him. Comes back and just boom, 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 boom. Money.
Very, very nice job, DJ Scratches. Awesome, bro. You got dogs in the chat.
You got dogs. All right. Someone said something about ES. There she goes. So the buys didn't last long. So one thing that we can continue to pick up on ES and even like NQ is like you get this random shift, right? Like from 9:30 into 10 a.m. where like price looks like it's going one way and then just more times than not. And I got to continue to watch this, pick up on it a little bit better, but you get some freakish reversal and then price just smoothly moves in that other direction. So we'll keep an eye on that idea, or come around 9:30. Sports massage, yeah. Dan was an elite too. The TT Quaker. He was my my favorite Quaker elite member ever. Yes. Unfortunately, we weren't doing the free massages, sports massages back then with the elite program, Dan. Otherwise, you would have qualified, man. You would have qualified. You're in Tampa right now? Hey, in Tampa, baby.
Damn, I'm in Tampa too.
It is 81 degrees right now. 82. Moving to a high of 92 today. Absolutely discouraging.
Yeah, I think it's time to move.
This is absolutely brutal. My goodness. We were talking in London last night, and Aaron and Magnus were talking about how like the fall is coming, winter and all that. I'm like, dude, honestly, the weather hasn't changed one bit since you've been here, since you left.
Wow.
They're like, nah, no way, not one bit. It's still just as hot. Are our partial TPs always on the money, or are they always on the money? Like back in the day, IML used to say yes or yes. They would go in the crowd and say, they'll say something that you would maybe want to like, they want you to agree with, and they'll go yes or yes, yes or yes. You know, that was the great. I'm surprised Drewski never did a skit on that. The difference between Clubhouse and Elite. Elite's a one-on-one consulting. Like Elite's like my one-on-one mentoring consulting company. That, you know, we don't even have to talk trading in that, right? I do attract a lot of traders, but I also work with other people in the Elite program where it's actually not trading. We help them build their like social media brands, online brands, things like that. So yeah, I have a consulting company that the Elite program just falls under that roof. I did close full. Yeah, I closed full. Yeah, I didn't have, I only had like $600, so I made about 500 times 3, so about 1,500. So that's the cool part about having the copy trader and all that is, you know, you don't need a lot, right? You don't need thousands of dollars every day to actually make thousands. So, but there is a consistency rule here on top one futures, which is 20%. So that's like about 600. So. And yeah, and the Elite program is just a whole live streaming program. It's in a way it is consulting. I'm gonna obviously teach you my skills. I'm gonna teach you my skills, all my skills, my thought process, my approach to the markets, my approach to life, everything. There's a full trading course in there. There's hours upon hours of webinar content. So it's a beautiful place to be. Join the elite program. Go to timetoeattrading.com and then look into it from there. Top one uses Project X, which I love. I don't think I've found a better platform than Project X. Like if Project X opens up their own broker, I'm in there.
Thanks, bro. They've been my favorite platform to trade with ever.
Yeah. So I think my payout is good. So we requested the payout here today. A $2,000 payout. So it's pending now. So we'll see how we do, and I'm sure it'll be approved and be in probably in my account within a couple days. Me start a broker, little old me. I don't know. Maybe if chat wants to see a TT broker, then it would get me a little bit pumped up to do that. But we'll see. Yeah, when you join the elite program, you get access to the clubhouse as well. Yeah, you become like a full clubhouse member, all that. Yeah, I think it's like 4 months of clubhouse too, right? The elite program is going to be anywhere from 6 months to a year. So we'll be working one-on-one together for a good amount of time. So yeah, I personally like it better like this. And early on, I had the elite program where we kind of pushed through the whole program within a month and a half. I like it so much better this way. I'm dealing with much more serious traders. We're locked in for a much longer period of time. We can work together and stuff like that. So I like it better this way, and I think it's serving people better too. Where they don't have to rush all their sessions. We could just take it bi-weekly or once a month. Some traders need the attention bi-weekly. Some traders like to get together on a month-to-month basis, and either one is cool with me. So we're together for like 6 months to a year. It's pretty cool. Raja did it. Why not me? Yeah. He is someone that I am inspired by, of kind of following in his footsteps in a way when it comes to some of these ideas. But we'll see. It would be pretty cool. It would be like Bobby Axelrod status,
Mm-hmm.
Maybe like. As long as the Quakers fund their accounts with the TT broker, we'll be good. Yeah, it'd be great. What month is the best for the playbook? I think they're all pretty much relatively the same. I don't think there is much of a better month than others. I think the better I follow my plan, the better it ends up.
Yeah. It's always just another month to follow the plan.
Every month, if you look, is extremely similar, right? Like I was saying yesterday, you got a good amount of greens and then some reds, right? Like good amount of greens, a couple reds. Good amount of greens, a couple reds. Like every month is really the same. It's just I perform the same every month, so I don't really do anything too different. So I usually can expect very, very similar results unless the market is just really out of whack or something that month. But we've had a good year. We've had a great year, actually. We've had a great year. I enjoyed the clubhouse. Yeah, the elite. Yeah, if we go to the elite, we go to the next level. Start with 1 million capital, get it going. All right. I like your ideas. Why is the stream 10-second delay? Maybe you're a little bit behind. Maybe your internet might be lagging. Maybe just refresh the page.
Yeah, YouTube also just has a delay, so it's probably just YouTube.
That's another reason you should, get in the clubhouse. You know what I mean?
Yeah, get in the clubhouse, no delay.
Hey, give me 1 second. I'll be right back. I gotta answer this phone call, all right?
All right. Yes, sir. Yeah, W stream here today. W day, trading the markets again. Let's go. It's always a W day when you follow your plan, right? So, feeling good. Yeah, beautiful example, too, going, giving your trade a second chance here and, getting some red, but then also giving your trade another shot and you get back to green. Great examples here today. Did I take the buys? Yes, sir, I did take the buys. Yep. Great buys here. Oh, nice, Joshua. Took a similar position. Cool. Yeah, so with Top Step, with Top Step, they require that you leave 50% in, so you can only take 50% out. So once you are eligible for a payout, you can only take 50% of the total profits you're up, because they want you to leave that other 50% in the account so you can trade with that and use that as leverage. So that's Top Step specifically, who Nick just took his payout with, but every firm's a little bit different. So it depends which firm you're trading with. They all could have a little bit of different rules for, being eligible for a payout. Yo, what's up, Green? What up, my man? Let's see here. Can you explain the trade? Okay, so, higher frames, day 4 hour were pretty bullish, 1 hour was bullish. So 30-minute create a support, the 15-minute gave us this pattern, right? You have a wick to fill to the left-hand side. You got some leftover 930 volume coming in, and yeah, it made a good. It was a good idea to take a buy as the probabilities were, high that we could move up versus down, and that was it, right? Simple buy off support in a bullish market with a bullish bias, so, and some volume, so yeah. Yes, sir, Darian. Yep. Top Step says you can keep 100% of your first 10K, and then anything after that, it's 90-10. What's up, Cameron? What up, my man? Am I still trailing at B? No, I'm out. I closed full at that wick fill. Price just tapped me out.
We outie. Yes, sir. Playbook 3.0 dropping today inside of the clubhouse. Dropping today, my friends. Should be a good one. I tried to keep it under 25 minutes again, but it went to about 40 minutes, so.
Good.
If you guys are not following me on Instagram, go follow me on Insta. And for more trading tips, life tips, inspiration, motivation, education, all of it. What up, Cameron? Calling it a day. Nice. After payout, how much percentage do you leave back? I just took half. So I took half, so I still have now $1,980 left. I requested $2,000, so I'll have $2,000 of drawdown. So that's pretty good. Pretty good. Oh, by the way, if you guys aren't following TTE_profits page, go follow that one as well. We're gonna do giveaways on that account here this week. I think we got a new post there too, right? New post.
Peace out, AB Mike. See you, bro. Have a good day.
Yeah, new post. Let's go. Love you. Yeah. Yeah, go follow. So this is a page that we're going to start clipping up the YouTube channel with. Over here. So go follow this page. Where is it? It didn't load yet. Yeah, wait for it to load up. But TT_profits. You're going to see a lot of our trades go in that channel. You're going to see a lot of our, just clips of our conversations. The stream has a lot of value in it. The issue is going back and finding it and seeking it and getting it, right, on these 2.5 to 3 hour streams. So, this is where we're going to try and like clip up that solid information and just put it in like a 1 minute type of reel, so that way you can watch it real quick, get the recaps, and we'll recap the trades and all that too. I think we're working on yesterday's loss now as well to put that up there, because the losses are great trades too to learn from. So you gotta really pick those apart too. There's a lot that could be studied and learned from losing trades. Slide see. I have who asked that question? Golden Dubs. I also have an account with Trade08 that I haven't really touched in a while. It's a futures broker. So yeah, you can use them. Yeah, they're pretty good. They use TradingView. So you can, instead of using like Project X, you can use TradingView. Losses are big, wins are less. I'm working on it. Yes. So next thing you need to do is really start studying how to base your how to size up or down in your trades based off of conditions. So that's what really helped me. Kind of even the scales, right? To where not every trade deserves the same amount of risk. So once you can really learn that, this is going to come through mentorship. It's going to come through chart time, right? Things like that, repetition. But once you start to dial that in a little bit better, and you can start dialing it in right now. You just got to focus on it a little bit and study it. We have webinars in the clubhouse. I see you're in the clubhouse. So we got webinars on that specific topic right there. So I will go in, watch the webinar, and then start to just sample size those ideas, and then eventually you will begin to understand when to go a little higher, when to go a little lower. You notice how I went higher on the second trade than I did on the first? Anyone peep that? Anybody peep that? And I bet in most cases someone would go lower, right, than they went on the first. But the celery play has a way higher win rate than the breakout, right? So I'm gonna up my size based off of the data, right? So it's not about me or my emotions or my feelings or whatever. It's, hey, this setup has higher win rates, it has better, more successful data, therefore it deserves to get pumped up a little bit. And that's how you get your losses back. That's also how your P&L goes from like a nice steady incline to like a nice push up, right? And then kind of you start playing up here now, right? And then all of a sudden, and because you know where to spot the best trades to put the size on. That's what some of the best traders know how to do. Some of the best traders in the world, they know how to size into the trades, right? And how to take it back, how to put it on. So you have to spot these golden opportunities where you have a shot at, either increasing size or decreasing size, right? In terms of like relating to that trade. How come I'm using different prop firms? I don't know. I have no idea. I have no clue. they're just available, I
Because you
guess. So yeah, I guess they're just available. I personally think the best deal in the game right now is 3 instant 50Ks, 3K payout, take 2,500 of it, rinse and repeat. So that's what I'm working on. I was literally like $800 away, or I think like $900 away maybe, from doing that week that we kind of ran into those losses. So now I'm basically back up there. So I think that's the best. I think that should be one of the main goals, is like get 350Ks with top 1 futures, instant accounts, and literally just hit 3K. Put them all in a copier, hit 3K. Now you got $7,500 payout waiting for you if you can do it right. And then you take that 7,500, you reinvest 1,000, you get 3 new 50Ks if you need to, and then you just keep it pushing. I think that's a great goal to have. It's very attainable. It's simple. It's not complicated, and it's something that's a little ahead, right? It's something you could actually shoot for. So I think that's the best way to go funded wise these days. But I also do have an XFA here as well. Your losses are just as important as your winners, yeah, if not even more important. Like when I'm doing elite sessions, we kind of like breeze by the winners, and we spend a lot of our time on the losers. You know, talking about just picking it apart. Let's go ES. Let's take a look. I think we need a resistance, right? Yeah, so probably resistance formed, and then looks pretty good. Four-hour bearish. This candle here on the 4-hour just closed, so you have a bearish closure. The only thing with ES is like it's like these candles are just printing side by side now. So you're in a tough range here. I personally don't even like ES at all today. That's why I was kind of really just not feeling it during the breakdown there, where it's like I don't even know what to take, right? I don't want to take buys, don't really want to take sells. You know, ES is a little tough here today. I think closures below there give you like the cleanest range though. I'm your first follower on. Oh, no way. Let's go. W. Yes, the Playbook 3.0 is going to go in the clubhouse only. Yep. We are planning on doing a nice, probably like a 3.5 hour webinar on YouTube though in September, where we're going to go over a lot of that Playbook 3.0 stuff too. So I think it'll be, I guess the way we're going to have to do it on YouTube is going to pretty much be a live stream. You know what I mean? So we're probably going to live stream a 3-hour webinar, and I'll let you know the dates. It's going to be sometime on one of the weekends in September. So it won't be during market open hours. We'll just do it during, you know, the weekend, and maybe we'll do it on, maybe we'll just welcome you guys all into our clubhouse webinar. You know, maybe we'll do it like that too. TK, I think we could fit like over 1,000 people on Zoom now, right? Do we have that access? I think we do. If not, don't worry, chat. I'll get it just for you. But yeah, so that's in the kind of in the near future here. A big webinar here for it's gonna be a just completely free webinar. We'll do it on YouTube. It's gonna have a lot of good information. So first 1,000 get in. Yeah, first 1,000 get in. So we'll probably let the clubhouse members in first, obviously. Give it like 15 minutes, and then we'll open the door for everyone else. We'll send the Zoom link in the public Discord channel. So if you guys aren't in our Discord, just, you know, jump in by September, and then the link will all be sent out there. Yeah, first come, first serve. So we'll do first 1,000 people in, and that'll be it. And it'll be really, really good. I think I should be able to get Rafi on board with this one too after he gets back from his travels, and we should have a great time. I can't click that link, Dominic. If you can send it to me in Discord, that'll probably be a little bit better. Send it in charts for stream on Discord. Yeah, I can't click that one. Is it worth adding anytime payouts? Not really. I think just lock in on that 3K, right? Like obviously we don't set goals that we want to force, but just have that goal in your head of 3K. You know what I mean? And if you get 3 instant funded accounts, you can use the code TT. You'll get the 50% off, right? So you'll save the money on that, and then I would just lock in on $3,000. Tie them up to like maybe a copy trader, maybe copy 2 of them, leave 1 on the side, or copy all 3. I copy all 3 of them, so that way every trade that gets taken on this one gets taken on all of them. And then once you have 3K on all of them, you know, now you're talking, you know, $3,000, $6,000, $9,000, right? So out of that 9K, top one's going to allow you to take 7,500, which is really one of the best deals in the game, in my opinion. You can't even do that with Top Step. You know, you can only take half. So you can take $7,500 payout. You'll still have your 350Ks, right, times 3. They will be a little low though, right? Because you'll only have a little bit. You only have $500 in each account. So I'm not saying you're definitely going to blow that, but it's likely for that to blow. But that's okay. You're a business owner now, right? Business owners take care of business expenses. Out of your $7,500 profit, you can invest another $1,000 or whatever it's going to be into new accounts, and then you just rinse and repeat this process. If you can get really good at this and do this within like a month and a half to 2 month type of rotation, right? Obviously, it's not going to be perfect every time, but if you can get into if you can use this idea to get you to be disciplined, to get you fired up, to really stick to the plan, to actually see that come about, I think that's a great idea. Great idea for new traders. Oh, you're welcome, Ryan. See you in Asian, brother. Have a great night. We got fights on tonight? Fights, or was that last night? I forget. I don't even know what day it is. I'm not too sure. Is it lunchtime? Breakfast time? I don't even know.
I don't know.
If I was a new trader, here's exactly what I would do. And let's say I found this YouTube live stream. I would sit on YouTube for a couple days to a couple weeks. Immediately, I'd hear them talking about this Clubhouse thing, right? I would join the Clubhouse. I would buy myself the cheapest funding account I could possibly get. Cheapest one. I'd spend the least amount of money because I'm not here to make money, right? So I would maybe get whatever one's the cheapest, 10K, 20K, whatever it is. I would join this Clubhouse. I would plug into every session, at least 2 of them that I could. So whether it was New York or pre-New York or whatever one, Asian or London, right? I'd try and get to those, maybe 2 of them. So my schedule would probably be like Asian and New York, right? And I would be asking questions in the live chat as I had them, right? I would take advantage of the speaker. Whoever had the most success in the crew, I'd be asking that guy the questions, right? And I'd be getting my questions answered. And then from there, if I started to see some profitability, I'd probably renew. And then I'd look to get into some sort of one-on-one with this guy here, right? I joined the elite program when I heard him say, hey, the elite program's open up. I said, what's the elite program, right? And as a business owner, I'd invest into it. So I would treat the first 1 year like it was school, like as if I was going to class every day. I would completely detach from any money. I would keep my full-time job so I didn't have to worry about my bills, and then I would just do this process to learn how to trade, right? And then hopefully within a year of treating that serious and getting all the access to the Clubhouse, understanding the streams, being on the live streams, going through the courses, asking the questions in the chat, and then eventually getting this guy one-on-one, I think in 1 year's time, that could probably be enough to really, really make one profitable if they're serious about their trading, right? If they're truly like, I want to start a future with this, I want to have a trading business, right? This is the steps I would take. And if I didn't have money, I'd figure out a way to get the money, right? I'd go have a job, I'd pick up an extra job, I'd do whatever I had to do to make my way into the profitable game, right? And that's basically what I did do in life. I just figured it out and just pushed my way through. Sometimes it was because of my hunger where people mentored me. A lot of times it was because I paid them. You know what I mean? Like it was either hunger that they seen something in me that they just wanted to help, or I asked them, how much money do you want for me to get your secrets? And they told me, and I just sent them the bread, right? And then they Gave me everything that I needed to know. So as a new trader, this is exactly what I would do. I wouldn't rush this process. I would trust this process, and I'd give myself probably 12 to 15 months before really looking at the results. And at that point, if you do this right, I don't see why one cannot be profitable. I don't see it. I don't see it.
Great plan.
And by the way, there's other people who have other clubhouses, other people who have one-on-one mentor. Go with them, you know, go with them, go with him, her, me. It really doesn't matter. That's just a process that I would use as a new trader coming up in the game if I wanted to get the best results as soon as possible. That's exactly what C. Melly did, yeah. I just explained to you C. Melly's trading career. No. And C. Melly, are you a profitable trader now? Like legitimately, are you a profitable trader now? Because I'm proud of this dude because he can actually say he's a profitable trader now.
Let's go, C. Melly.
Just another elite member that got serious, took the mentorship, stayed consistent, right? Didn't veer too far off the beaten path. You know what I mean? Obviously made his mistakes, just like we all will, but learn from them, didn't spend too much time on them, and just continued moving forward in the process. Winners win. Yeah, that's the issue. It's like, okay, I'll commit to 12 months, but then literally 12 hours later, you're already breaking the plan. Anyone ever do that? Like for instance, this week I've left my phone home, right? And you know how many times I reached for it? Like, oh, phone. Like, and just completely forgot like it wasn't there, right? So like, so many traders will actually do that type of stuff in their trading, where they'll, you know, get all caught up on that type of stuff. Yep, and all of a sudden it's just like, oh wait, I forgot I was committed to a 12 month plan. I'm sorry, right? Or, oh my God, my tire popped and I need an oil change, and I took a loss today, this trading thing, blah, 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 blah. It's like, what, dude? 12 hours ago you committed to the 1 year plan, right? And literally 12 hours later you're complaining about maybe something else in life, because that's usually what happens. Like I said on the podcast, like the water heater breaks, or, you know, your wife runs over a nail in your car, of course, not in hers, right? And then all of a sudden now you got to go do all that, right? And then you get stressed, right? You get frustrated, and then you're sitting here on the desk, you're like, when is this going to work? And you try and rush the process. And that's where, you know, it takes hold of the trader, and the trader throws the plan out the window and then just never gets anywhere. I've seen it happen over and over and over again. It's a sad sight to see, but I've also seen the opposite of that many times, where traders really get it together, they don't waste time, and they get to business. Playbook 3.0 drops in the clubhouse today after this live stream. New here, just trying to figure it out. Is gold 15-minute considered a pack runner? Let's take a look. Gold 15-minute. Yes. Yeah, I don't know if it's it's like a tradable pack runner, right? Because this candle is very weak. Because we could also say that that's a celery play too, right? Being that we're all still above 34.60, we're also closing above this resistance here that we had earlier. So this could kind of get caught up here. You know, just come down here, break the lows, and then just continue firing up because we're still pretty bullish, right, on gold. So right now everyone is trying to call the top and call the sells, and usually like things like that will happen. Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, Sujay. And that's the best part about it, is sometimes you can't afford the mentorship. And that right there used to piss me off a little bit, right? I'm like, damn. I would go hustle up the money and realize, like, look how much I gotta look at the type of work I'm doing and how slow it takes to get money. Like, I need to know what that guy knows ASAP, right? So it's like, yeah, you just gotta find a way to win. Just find a way to win. There were times where I bought mentorship that honestly anyone else would have advised me not to do that, but I did it and it paid off for me. You know, I've never had a problem with mentorship. You know, I'm a big like mentee type of guy. So anything that I need help on and I want to shorten my learning curve, I'm paying. When I join the clubhouse, do I get access to, yeah, everything. Yeah, you'll get access to all the webinar recordings, the entire course, everything. My kids. Hey, how you doing? Hey, there he is. You want to say hi? Kingman first. Kingman, say hi, everyone. Yep, there you go. Okay, hi, Uncle John. All right. Okay, next. Who's next? Okay, come on in. 1, 2, 3. All right, say hi, Lele. Whoa.
Hi.
Say hi,
Hi.
say you guys are amazing.
She's saying hi.
That's John.
Yes, John.
Say hi.
Hi.
Say, hey, you guys
Hi,
are
Lele.
awesome.
Hey, you guys are awesome.
Yeah, they're awesome, right? Tell them we love you. See you later.
We love you. See you later.
All right. Say bye. Nappy's turn. Say hello, everyone.
Hello.
Say what up, TT. This what you get when you come to the clubhouse too. Not your average streamer, I understand.
Hello, Titi.
Hello, TTE. Okay, we all good? Everyone said hi? Kingman, you already said hi. Kingman said hi 3 times already. Okay, come on. Hey, you guys said hi? Yeah. I'll be out in a few minutes. Oh man. Yeah, you see what I mean about the celery play? So you break the lows and you come back up, and it's just too bullish right now to sell. You gotta love the kids, man. You gotta love the kids. Let's see here. Okay. Any other questions? Any questions, comments, concerns? What else can I help you guys with today? I had my first $150,000 a month this past month between trading payouts, all my other businesses, clubhouse, everything. Just all my skill sets are beginning to take on a life of their own, take on a whole life of momentum. So if you guys have any questions that you want to ask, you know, we've done a lot here and we're just getting started, but I can certainly help you, you know, in any area that you're looking for the most part. If I can't help you in that area, I'll let you know. But why am I so bullish? Anything above here is bullish. Yeah. Yep.
But that is amazing to hear, bro. Congratulations on that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And some of you guys that came to my house a couple of months ago for the meetup, you guys see my goals. You see my goal everywhere, didn't you? Right? The impossible, right? The thing. Remember what the song say? They said it's impossible, huh? Oh man, right? You cannot believe the world. So some of you guys may have thought I was crazy for having. I'm so happy and grateful now that $150,000 a month flows effortlessly into my bank account. But you know, the crazy people are the ones that change the world, right? Yeah, so join the clubhouse. Just hit a like exclamation point clubhouse or something like that. Go to timetoeattrading.com. You can find it there. So if you guys have any questions, finances, money-wise, trading-wise, business-wise, entrepreneurship, mentality, marriage, heck, where do you want to go today? Where do you want to go today? I got about like 20 minutes left, and you know I'll sit here with y'all. But if not, then I can always leave 20 minutes early too. Yes, sir. We set out to go worldwide. Yes, sir. And it's happened. It's not like it's happening. It's like it's happened. You know, like we really are all around the world now, sharing this philosophy, sharing this mindset, and it's just like all you see is people really just making changes in their life, right? Changes that take time. That's one of the coolest part is like people are giving themselves time to grow. They're giving themselves time to win. They're not being so hard on themselves anymore. Like, how many of you guys have actually read What to Say When You Talk to Yourself? How many guys would never have read that if you never met me, and would have continued to talk to yourself like you're a piece of you know what, right? Imagine, sometimes you look at, you say, man, if you talk to yourself, if you talk to your friend the way you talk to yourself, you wouldn't have a friend, right? So a lot of times we are our own worst enemy, and once you change up your philosophy in life, it all begins to get going from there. You know, that's why that feeling is so important. What accounts do I use for top one? I use the 50K instant funded accounts. Yeah, I got 3 of them here, and I just use them, and yeah, that's how I do it. Yeah, you need baby making advice? I don't know. Whoa, wait. We only got our 4th child on the way here. Scaling your funding company account for, hold on, what do you advise to scale your funding copy trading and stuff? Yeah, just use copy traders. So a lot of these companies will allow you multiple accounts. I don't like to spread myself too thin when it comes to funding companies and accounts. So I'd probably just stick with like the 2 best companies, which in my opinion is going to be Top One Futures and then, you know, Top Step. And I would just get multiple accounts and trade them as if they're 2 accounts, right? So you got 3 here, you got 5 there, and now you have a total of 8 accounts, right? But you're really only trading 2 because they're on the copy trader. So that's probably the easiest way to go about it. What up, boo? Yeah, I'm down. Let's do it. That's all right. Let's see here. Let's see. The Slight Edge book, I would have never found it. Yeah, Slight Edge changed my life, man. If you guys haven't read The Slight Edge by Jeff Olson, go check it out. I read 12 books this year because, let's go, brother. W. How long have I been trading? Since 2018, 2019. What positions do I recommend for a 50K? I would use, so the way I would go about it is I would have a small, medium, and large risk parameters. So for my small ones, I go, let's say if it was on the GC chart, I would do 1 contract, 2 contracts, 3 contracts, and that's on a 100K account, 50K account. If I was on a 100K account, I would do like more like 2 contracts, 4 contracts, and 6. So that's how I would go about that. How long since you first started trading? When you first came across the charts? Yeah, I would say 2018-ish is when I first started trading. I'll actually post a picture today. My wife sent it to me like 2 days ago. It's me and my brother Joe trading. We were using high frequency trading at that time. I don't know if any of you guys have ever done that, but it's pretty wild. But that was really the first time I traded. And you know what's funny? If you zoom in close enough in the picture, you'll see a little card on my desk, and guess what it says on it? I am so happy and grateful now. And I think, I can't see it exactly, but I think that's when I was trying to push for 10,000 a month. So I find it so funny that that card in 2018 was just sitting there as well, because I've been using that method, right, of kind of manifestation in a way for many years now, you know. So I've taken it from 5K a month to 150K a month, gang. So trust me, this stuff works. If you want to know more about what I mean by that, in the clubhouse there's webinars, part 1 and part 2. They're titled Goal Setting. Highly recommend. If anyone's new in the clubhouse, I would go to the webinars. I would watch that goal setting one before you watch any of them. Let's go, Juan. Let's go. You're welcome. You're welcome. It's what we do. You know, the word says, to whom much is given, much is required, and I stand on that type of business. I've been very blessed in life. I've been given a lot. And again, to whom much is given, much is required, and I personally love serving people. I know most traders would have been out of here after they closed partials, you know, an hour and a half ago, but I truly love being here, right? Like my family and everything is out there right now, and I'm in here with y'all. So this is something I love doing. I want to do, and yeah, it's a blessing. So it's my pleasure. It's my pleasure, my friend. How many years it took to be profitable? About 3 years. About 3 years. So I would say two and a half years of really just trying to find my way, really, in trading. Just trying to figure it all out. And then I'd say at this point I found Raja, right? And I started kind of plugging into him. And then I'd say around my 3-year mark is, you know, give or take or whatever. That's probably where I started stringing together some profitability. So it took me about 3 years. But look, once I found Raja and his concepts, it only took me like 6 months at that point. So yeah, lock in. It doesn't have to take forever. You know what does take forever though? Trying to find the system that you want, right? That took me more than learning the system. It took me 3 years to find, 2.5 years to find Raja. It took me 6 months to dial things in to where I was starting to see some results. 5K a month works on a 50K. I mean, you can make 75. You get 3 accounts, like I was talking about earlier. You know, you take a $7,500 payout. I don't see why you can't do that once every 2 months. You know, at least. Did I get any cash outs in those years? Nah, not really. Here and there, I'd hit on a live account. I'd take a little withdrawal, but I was still in the red. You know, I was still in the drawdown, right? So like I lost like 10K, but then I made like 500 on a trade one day and like withdrew it, like right. But I was still in the drawdown, if that makes sense. But yeah, I really didn't make any money during those 3 years at all. When I first started trading, I was about 28, 29 years old. My first profitable month, yeah, it was, you know, probably like, I would say like 3 years after that, so 31-ish probably. Yeah, before all that, I was building e-commerce businesses, and I had other companies, consulting companies. I do public speaking and stuff from time to time. So I had other things going on, like a whole decade before that. Trading, I never once thought I was going to be a trader. Yeah, I never even thought, never crossed my mind, never once, until I was like probably like 20, 28, 27, 28. I don't have an age. Yeah, I don't have an age. I was born in 1990 though. I'm no age. Daniel Harrison, I don't think there's a better one. I think if you can get off to a great start, that's always going to be good, but you know, again, just I would say show up every day, look for the best trades, take your base hits when they get there, and let your runners run. Let them hit break even if they come back, and you know, just go about it like that. Don't ever rush the process of it. Just take it day by day. The best way to do this is to really let those payouts come naturally. Like let your profits come naturally. Don't try and force them too much. And usually that's when you're gonna get the money to come in. You know, money, you don't want to chase money. You don't want to try and force money. That's not the way money works. Money's an energy, and it doesn't like when, you know, it's being chased down, if that makes sense, right? You have to align with it, accept that it's already yours. And when I mean align with it, I mean do the things that are required to receive it, right? That's how you align with it. Just like the way you would plant a seed, right? You have to make sure like it aligns, right, with everything that needs to be done. How does that happen? It's got to get sunlight, you know, it's got to get water, it's got to get, you know, someone to kind of, you know, rake the field a little bit, make sure and then eventually it'll kind of pop up and do its thing. So same thing with us, right? We got to naturally just align with what we want, our goals, and then just make sure we're taking care of the actual soil, right? And the plot of land, aka your mind or your trading account. Yeah, just make sure you're staying on point. I'm positive. Yeah, I'm positive. It's 2.5K. No, you can't. No, you can't. So, Sujay, so you heard what I said earlier? I started the process at 5K a month, right? And then I moved it to 10K. And then I moved it to 20K. And then 30K. And then 40K. And then 50K. And then 75K. And then 100K. And then 150, you know? So I worked my way up. And that process took, you know, years, right? To kind of put together. So, but you know what's funny? From 5K to, let's say, 15K took years. But from 15K to 100K took like months. It's crazy. It's crazy. So that's momentum for you, right? So where does the work get done? Does it get work in a couple months, or did it get done in a couple years, right? I think it gets done in a couple years that builds that momentum. Just read all your books, Think and Grow Rich. Like, you'll hear them talk about this, you know, this flood, right? When it's almost like the floodgates open up because you've aligned with that goal so well that it has no other option but to bring itself to you. So it's incredible. Little by little, you know, and then all of a sudden, because if you don't do it little by little, you can't handle the big to big, right? So you really do have to work your way up. That's why lottery winners or people who just, you know, get a funded account and get a huge payout, you usually never see them after that, right? Because, you know, they got all hyped up and they were like what you would call like a one-hit wonder, you know? So you don't want to be a one-hit wonder. Believe it or not, you want to take your time, right? Success is the progressive realization of a worthy dream, right? Or goal or idea. And the process is everything, right? So it makes me sad when I see a lot of people just trying to steer away from the process. It's like, brother, that you're going to look back after you hit the goal, and the only thing you're really going to appreciate is that process. So why try and shortcut that? Why try and, you know, squeeze your way through it or cut the line or anything like that? You're going to look back and you go, man, that was awesome. Like, I pushed myself to get here and got here, and it's not going to be getting there that you're so excited about. It's going to be what you did, what you went through, what you pushed through in order to get the goal. So that's in my opinion going to build your character, which is also, if you have better character, you'll be able to become more successful. Yes, there you go. It took years to do it in a couple of months. There you go. Let's see. What's my must-read book out of all the books I've ever read? The Gospel of Thomas. Well, where's that in the Bible? It's not in it. That's the problem. The Gospel of Thomas. Go check it out. Other than that, I would say definitely The Magic of Thinking Big. Yeah, Magic of Thinking Big. Probably my favorite book ever. You know, great book. If I was using a 25K account, what would I do? I would go on the micros. So I wouldn't trade mini. I'd trade micros, and I would do probably like on what size account? 25K. What was it? 25K. Yeah, I'd probably go down to the micros and do like probably like 5, 10, 15 or something like that. Yeah, 5, 10, 15. Let's go. Let's get it. Okay, I think we're done here, right? Let's see. Hold on. Let me pop in on the clubhouse. Let me just check up on everyone. Unless anyone has any more questions. Oh, 2 favorite webinars right there. Base hits all the time. We talk about base hits all the time, but do you put a monetary value on the base hit? Is it an account size related, pip related? Yeah, I think it's just a count. Like, I want to, like I was saying earlier, if I'm going to do a 50K, it'll be like 1, 2, 3. If I'm going to do a 100K, it'll be like 2, 4, 6. So I think it just has a lot more to do with the account size and the leverage. Yeah. Magic of Thinking Big is what Arnold Schwarzenegger read. There you go. Yeah, I think everyone needs to think bigger. I think a lot of people are just thinking too small in life. All right, let me just catch up here. If once resistance or support gets established, if the following candle doesn't create a top or bottom wick and you don't enter, would you enter on the following candle provided the conditions still remain? Yeah, as long as that next candle closes below, then I would do that. So especially you get a little bit more leeway if these are like 15-minute candles. So like, let's say the 15-minute candle closed with no wick, but the next one does, right? Something like that. Ultimately, all that is the 30-minute candle closing like this, right? Below the range with a wick. So if that's the scenario, then I will probably, you know, void that 15 and just take that based off the 30 on the break of that like 15 low there. And it just looked like that, you know. Good question, though. Good question. Top one, first 3K you get paid. Other there is no activation fee when it comes to the instant account. You just buy the account and you don't pay like an activation fee or anything. It's activated once you get it. How do you manage to stay positive during your journey and stuff like that as a trader? It goes back to those books, you know, like The Magic of Thinking Big. I really just program my mind to be positive. That's, if you ask like the people closest to me in life, like my brother John or some other friends and family, they'll tell you that one of my biggest strengths in life is to like remain positive. No matter, and remain like composed, no matter the circumstance, no matter the situation. I claim that my name is Nick Stewart and only great things happen to me. So even when things that one wouldn't seem to say it was great, I still look for the benefits in them. I still look for the silver lining in these type of things. And I think I've just done a really good job at weeding out the negativity in my life and remaining positive. I've just been, in a way, almost foolish enough, delusional enough to really never get negative, you know. So I think it's one of my superpowers. It's very, very difficult to do. I just thank God that, you know, somehow it clicked for me. But yeah, it's emotions can throw a lot of things away in life. Logic can keep them together, you know. So I try and stay as logical as possible and as positive as possible. Did I ever feel like the time was working against me? Absolutely. You know, I was a dedicated entrepreneur for a good like 10 years of building businesses and not really getting results. I'd be crying in my car some nights. You know, I sleep myself to, or read myself to sleep a lot of nights. Like, there's just been a lot of very difficult times along the way. And the thing I would say I'm most grateful for is my ability to have stayed positive, because no one else was going to stay positive then. It was truly up to me, right? Like, I wasn't going to expect my wife to put us on her back and continue on the mission. You know, that was all on me, and I knew it, you know, so I had to remain positive. But there was a lot of very, very tough times, and I just continued to, you know, look towards the future, focus on the long-term vision of all this. And I'll say, nah, I'm not soft enough. The softie's going to quit because of this, not me. Right? This is where soft people quit. This is where the weak give up. So I would always think of that. I would always think of that next guy, and all I got to do is outwork him, right? So if I just do the best I can and be relentless, I know that my work ethic and ability will probably push through most, and that was enough to kind of keep me fired up along the way. Yeah, what I would say is the weak people are quitting right now. Not you, Nick Stewart. And I have a lot of conversations with the Mira, a lot of conversations. Like, you know, again, you don't realize, like, remember what I said earlier, it took 10 years to get to like 10K. And then, you know, just a couple years after that, we're pushing, 6 figures a month, right? So like had I never played my position during that 10 years, I would have never got to the momentum. So I always looked at that little guy digging too. I had a picture of that guy right on my bedroom door, and I would see him every time. And below that, there was a quote that said, winners never quit and quitters never win. And I had that on my wall in my room for years and years and years. You remember that, right, John?
Yes, sir.
Right on eye level. So even when I didn't know I was seeing it, my subconscious was picking up on it and reading it, and it was making me continue to push forward.
Yeah, I remember seeing all sorts of things like that in Nick's room, you know, as a young kid, all the time, all over his room.
Yeah, I also heard the quote this, and it rocked my world. And I'm like, I am not a coward. It said, the quote was, Mr. V said, Nick, he said, cowards never start. The weak die along the way. Only the strong survive. And he told me that. He looked me dead in the eyes at 22 years old, and something about that just stuck with me. Like, something about that just made me hungry. I'm like, I'm not a coward. I'm not weak. I will survive. I will be strong. So, yeah, you just got to have the will to win. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
There's going to be many nights, many days you're going to cry, you know, even as a grown man. You know, you're going to cry. There's going to be this lifestyle that you want to provide, and you may not be there yet. And I'm just encouraging you to keep going. Like, just keep going with determination. Don't slow down. Don't let a bad day or anything like that add up, because that's what the weak do, right? The weak let the bad days slow them down. The strong, they just stay strong, you know, no matter what's happening, what's going on. So, you know, that would be my advice, is just, you know, you got to be a dog. It's easier to keep going than it is to to start up again. And that's another thing too. My mentor, he had this talk. He did it in front of thousands of people one night. He drew it all on a whiteboard and all that, and he made this big hill. And he said, all you got to do, gang, is get this boulder up that hill. That's all you got to do. And he said, what happens if you push, and then stop right here? You know how much momentum is now going back on you, right? And that boulder is going to push you straight back down. What's the best and most efficient way to get this boulder up that hill? What would you guys say? What would you guys say? What's the most efficient way for us to get that boulder up that hill? Because above that hill is beautiful, beautiful sights. Beautiful sights. You keep pushing. So that's my message for you today. Keep pushing. Don't slow down, right? Do not let off the gas, because the moment you let off, the weight of the world, right? The weight of this whole thing comes back on you, right? So you got to create that momentum, right? You got to keep pushing up that. Even this is going to be, is this going to be the hardest part of the mountain? Do you think? Or is it going to be this part? It's going to be this part, right? You got to push. These are through the hardest times in life, you have to push. You cannot grow weary in well doing, right? Is what the word says. For in due season you shall reap the reward. Gang, that word shall, it's a powerful word right there. You shall reap that reward if you don't quit, right? This is due season up here, baby, right? This is where the views get nice, where the fruit gets sweet, where the everything is ripe, you know what I mean? But you got to go through this tough part, and you got to go push quickly. You know, success loves speed. It loves momentum. So if you're the guy that comes up and then comes down and back up and back down, this is going to be a miserable journey for you, right? I get that. You're going to do that a couple times in the beginning, but maybe you're going to hear what we're talking about today and be like, you know what? F this. I'm going all in. From today on, I'm not stopping again. I keep telling myself I'm going to do something. I don't do it. I'm just going to move, right? And you just got to move your feet. Remember we talked about yesterday? 10 yards at a time. 10 yards at a time. 10 yards at a time. Just keep moving your feet. Just keep moving your feet. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Alrighty. Alright, I think that'll be all for today's class. What do you guys think? You guys ready to head off? It's 11:07 here.
Yes, sir. I got my gems from today. Thank you, bro.
Yeah? We good?
Yes, sir.
Sweet. Alright, gang. Keep pushing is the word of the day. Keep pushing. That's how we know that's the only way to get the boulder up, right? So now we all know what we got to do. Love y'all. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Enjoy it. It was fun here today. Way to walk away with a victory. We stood on business. We took our little L and we got that right back. So it's nothing like going from red to green. And let's call it a day and move on. We'll come back. Tomorrow's the last day of the month. Freaky Friday. So I'm looking forward to it. I'll see you guys on the next session. If you guys aren't in the clubhouse yet, seriously, do yourself a favor, get in there. I'm so confident that you will get to the next level, or at least be able to get new information to unlock to kind of level up here. So I'll see you guys in the clubhouse. I'll see y'all in Asian session, my favorite session. And yeah, I'll see the rest of you guys back here tomorrow morning. Johnny Gems?
Peace, bro.
You're the
Thank
man,
you,
brother.
man.
You're the freaking man.
You're the man, bro. You're the man. Have a good day. Peace.
All right,
chat.
y'all.
God bless y'all.
Blessings, my friends. They thought it happened overnight, Louis G. All right, y'all. Love you guys. Hope you guys have a great day. Peace out.
Let's go. Welcome to the main event. Applying pressure, but I promise I ain't make it then. In their heads, living free. I ain't paying rent. Wake up in the AM, making G's like Mercedes Benz. Whoa, yeah. Please don't take offense. It isn't you. I'm just not interested in making friends. My biggest fear is finding out that this came and went. So go ahead, but I'm staying in. Okay. Drop a song and pop up on your phone like I was YouTube. Connected to the fans without a hand, I did it Bluetooth. The only time I come up short is when they watching YouTube. Spinning with the drill, no wonder why my screws loose. Taking off and I can't stop, I beat them all by landslide. Houdini, I popped out of that box even with hands tied. Big dog like Sandlot, but it's real life, no fantasize. Count money, a damn lie, my hands clean, no sanitize. Whoa, had to switch up on the flow, gotta keep them on their toes. I move quick, I make the most, why they copy what I wrote. Follow everything I post, never trip about a clone. Cause they know what's a sheep to a goat. Yeah. Welcome to the main event. Applying pressure, but I promise I ain't make it then. In their heads, living free. I ain't paying rent. Wake up in the AM, making G's like Mercedes Benz. Whoa, hey, please don't take offense. It isn't you. I'm just not interested in making friends. My biggest fear is finding out that this came and went. So go ahead, but I'm staying in.
If you don't like me, better close your eyes, I'm about to shine. Or take a picture when you see me, cause I doubt you find another like me. Yeah, I'm one of one, no other son. The way I'm blazing ass, I like the earth just got another sun. I did not even anti-social. Why you so sure? Cause I only be hanging with goats. So they never told you I'm a soldier, and you ain't got nothing on me. I be killing and grilling on rappers. I'm writing a cookbook for the homies. Don't hold me, I'm dangerous. You don't wanna take this risk. I don't play with kids. No, I am not on Epstein's list. I'm on my grown man team. You know, steady stacking the racks up. I got a hard drive, so if I fall, I'm going back up.
Welcome to the main event. Applying pressure, but I promise I ain't make it then. In their heads, living free. I ain't paying rent. Wake up in the AM, making G's like Mercedes Benz. Whoa, okay. Please don't take offense. It isn't you. I'm just not interested in making friends. My biggest fear is finding out that this came and went. So go ahead, but I'm staying in. Okay. Yeah, thinking that it happened overnight, it didn't. In it for the long haul flight, committed. Wanted me to fail out of spite, I didn't. All bark, but they don't bite, they timid. Thinking that it happened overnight, but it didn't. In it for the long haul flight, I'm committed. Wanted me to fail out of spite, but I didn't. All bark, but they don't bite, cause I'm timid. Look, wait. I got people trying to wish and pray that I'ma fall about it. All about it till we spoke in person. Don't wanna talk about it now, huh? Oh, you sound tough. Toying with them, don't get wound up. How you wound up? Another number in the round up. Put the town up. I built this thing up from the ground up. And if I bounce up, I get my crown stuck. Green light go. Got the east side flow. I'm a giant in the space like FIFA4. All the kids sing along like EIO. Every time when they see my shows. Thinking that it happened overnight. Yeah, didn't. In it for the long haul flight. Committed. Wanted me to fail out of spite. I didn't. All bark, but they don't bite. They timid. Thinking that it happened overnight, but it didn't. In it for the long haul flight, I'm committed. Wanted me to fail out of spite, but I didn't. All bark, but they don't bite, cause I'm timid. Look,
Esto es talento y favor and you got no skill. I got drive, baby, you ustedes son roadkill. Yeah, ya te dije, no están en mi carta perder. De pequeño estoy ungido, baby, ese es mi flex. No me dieron nada por los míos, José. 360 is your deal, man, I couldn't be me. Pa' mi frequency, te frequently. Matando esto con sabor y efficiency. No gasto tiempo, waste no time, not my money. Boss, baby, CEO del LLC. Lo tengo en un pánico. Dale rápido, quiero crecer y dar más fruto, algo botánico. Lo hice bien orgánico. Tomé el maquinón. Voy subiendo como espuma y tú bajando bien titánico. Out my way, I ain't built this in a day. But you know I'm here now to stay. I'm hungry, boy, I'm not here to play.
thinking that it happened overnight. Didn't. In it for the long haul flight. Committed. Wanted me to fail out of spite. I didn't. All bark, but they don't bite. They timid. Thinking that it happened overnight, but it didn't. In it for the long haul flight. I'm committed. Wanted me to fail out of spite, but I didn't. All bark, but they don't bite, cause they timid. Look, wait.
I do is make fire, I'm a caveman. Never dropped the ball, got great hands. I was young, it was get rich or die trying. Now I'm grown, still rolling with the same plans. Had other plans, I made two. Not one of them was struggle or just make do. Never satisfied and still the same dude. So when I made my first million, had to make two.
When I'm sliding on the beat, they like, who is that? Coin flip, the way that I be turning heads. Side stage, stomach turning, I'm a nervous wreck. Till I heard the fans and the kick, pull the curtain back. Hey, big wig, I don't need a hairpiece. Big dog, no leash, they know I'm a rare breed. Big shoes, can't feel them, this a rare feat. Big price, no sale, but I'm still carefree. Yeah, sweet 16s for the diabetics. Any era, I don't care, I'm the guy to get it. If it's 80-42, then I'm a violinist. Still the illest, go ahead, check the hieroglyphics. Yeah, said it's impossible, huh? It's impossible, huh? Oh man, you know if anyone can, I can.
Make fire, I'm a caveman. Never dropped the ball, got great hands. I was young, it was get rich or die trying. Now I'm grown, still rolling with the same plans. Had other plans, I made two. Not one of them was struggle or just make do. Never satisfied and still the same dude. So when I made my first million, had to make two. Big hitter, baby, I'm in the fourth spot. Been in this position, ain't a short stop. Every song go, my catalog up at Fort Knox. Thinking they can get in on this, baby, of course
They
not.
don't even know what it takes, it's a lethal dose. Make it look easy, think they got it, they ain't even close. Play Nintendo in Japan, baby, we remote. Paling in comparison, they looking like they seen a ghost. Yeah, counting it. Went exactly how we plotted, there was not a twist. Saw exactly what we wanted and we got it ish. That's why we scratching off everything that's on the list. This is not a bit. Said it's impossible, huh? It's impossible, huh? Oh man, you know if anyone can, I can.
Make fire, I'm a caveman. Never dropped the ball, got great hands. I was young, it was get rich or die trying. Now I'm grown, still rolling with the same plans. Had other plans, I made two. Not one of them was struggle or just make do. Never satisfied and still the same dude. So when I made my first million, had to make two.